All right, here we are another week. Kind of doing this a little uncomfortably. There's people around me. Usually don't do these check-ins when there's other people, but I figure I don't think any of these people speak English. And I'm in the middle of nowhere, so I'll just be the crazy guy sitting here talking to himself on the phone. So it's Saturday. I didn't make my video yesterday. I made it today. And still in Costa Rica. I forget what went on last week when I checked in, but basically I got here and it's really amazing. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's kind of expensive, more so than I expect. So it's a combination of like being spoiled while I was up in Mexico where everything was super fucking cheap. And I would just eat like a god all day long and just not even think about the cost of things. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh damn, things are expensive. So it's a little bit of a annoying thing. And then like a lot of people had told me, oh, you should go to Nicaragua for all these different reasons, one of them being money. And so I kind of got here, and it reminded me a teeny bit of last year when I first got to Mexico, and I was like, ooh, like I didn't really like Playa del Carmen. I was like, oh, I don't like it here. What do I do? Whereas here it was different. I kind of have this like anxious, uneasy feeling where I'm not enjoying it as much as I probably should be because I've got this kind of awkward thing where, oh, why don't I get on a bus and go north and everything will be half the price? But I'm kind of like got a zone that I like. I'm staying at this yoga hostel, Casa Zen. It's really nice. There's a yoga studio upstairs. I don't actually do the classes because I'm a cheap ass, but I get to use the space and do my own thing. I can walk to the beach. It's like right there. I can go surf. I can rent a surfboard pretty cheap, so I'm gonna go surfing later today. There's a co-work, so that's the other thing. The Wi-Fi is a little touch and go, so another cost. Like I had to go to a co-working space a couple times this week, and they charge I've worked out a deal with a woman where I can use it 7 times over the next month and pay like $130, but that's like $20 a visit, which isn't cheap. I mean, my hostel costs $18 a night, so to like have to go over there to make a video call is a little annoying. Again, like a reason why, why don't I just go up to Nicaragua? But part of this is like an exercise and let me adapt. Let me not think about it. It's not like it's so expensive, like if I probably lived regularly somewhere in the United States and had $1,000 a month rent and regular groceries and everything, I'd probably spend as much money. But I was a little uneasy knowing that I could go up somewhere and pay $10 a night and the food would be a third of the price. So anyways, not to blab on about money and cost of things, but that was kind of stressing me out a little bit this week. And like work stuff, I'm making some money. I'm not really, I started doing more like taking on some projects related to marketing and search engine optimization. And I'm not really like loving this stuff. I'm not crazy about it, but it's a new skill in my mind. I think, well, if I learn to do this right, then it's something I could somewhat automate, or I could hand down and bring on have a worker do it. Like I got a decent system now where I got like some people that do some design work. I got someone that does some programming. I've got a writer now. These aren't like full-time workers. These are people that work anywhere from 0 to 12 hours a week for me. But like if I can get these like positions in line, then if I bring in more work and I can like organize it and delegate it, then it like actually is like a little decent little business I could have running here. But in order to kind of do it first, I feel like I've got to do it myself, learn like the process so that I can then have somebody else execute it. So it's a little annoying. Marketing is the only thing. What did get me excited this week is I was thinking about lighting again. This has always been this thing lingering over me, and like, I don't know. I think MSI might have gone out of business totally. I don't think I'm getting any money out of that lawsuit. That's behind me. So now it's like, okay, what's stopping me from getting involved in lighting? So I started making some emails, trying to find the right products that can actually do what I want them to do, that are like deliver health benefits to people. And maybe, I started getting into this drop shipping thing a year ago, and that site finally has a few sales, but not anything really impressive. But like maybe if I put that same effort into lighting, give it a year or two, that could go somewhere. So I'm kind of excited about that. And also thought about doing like this really big thing, like doing a virtual summit online where I could like basically simulate a conference digitally online all about healthy lighting, where I could like do interviews with all these people, and that is something that all of a sudden I've got some interest in. I saw a workshop a few weeks ago about it, and then last night there was a guy I talked to about it. So these are cool possibilities, and I don't know, there's some nice looking ladies at the hostel I'm staying at. So there's very nice people I've been hanging out talking with, and that's never a bad thing to be surrounded by beautiful women. And yeah, I mean I just got to try to get out of my head of like, Jim, you should be really enjoying this because it's amazing, versus Jim, like, why don't you go up to Nicaragua because this place is expensive. I'm trying to like find a balance. Yeah, I mean, that's a good enough check-in. I'll be talking to my doctor next week, and I'm hoping to go further down. You know, I've been doing 50 milligrams of Seroquel. Sleep's been a little tough, I think, because I've been on the computer later at night. I think that's like really the crutch, is being on the computer late at night makes the sleep harder. I think that's actually like more of a significant thing than I'm giving credit. Even turning off the blue light on my computer screen, just being on the fucking computer, period. So, yeah, I'm on 50 milligrams. It's possible next time we tune in I'll be on 25, and then we're getting almost to zero. And I'm certainly not going manic, and I certainly don't feel depressed. You know, I thought this would be a more, I don't know, maybe this has been a boring ride that you've been on with me. Yeah, but it's like, by being a boring ride, it makes this more possible. If this was a dramatic ride, it might make for more compelling television stuff, but it might actually scare people from trying this. So the fact that I've been able to do this without much issue is pretty cool.